welcome back to the Football Rundown. We're here today to talk about Stockport County. We've got some huge news to bring you on this channel today. And the news is Louie Barry. We've been talking about him all summer. What's going to happen with Louie Barry? Is he going to make the return to Stockport County? Is it going to be a permanent? Is it going to be a loan? Is he going to go elsewhere? Is he going to be part of Villa's squad for this 24-25 season, which is just round the corner? So many questions, so much conversation over the last few months, pretty much since Louie Barry finished his time at Stockport County's loan spell back end of last season. Once we'd secured the title, conversation suddenly turned to next season. What's happening? Is he going to come back? Is he going to make that return? Well, today we have the news this Friday afternoon, that he is in fact going to make a return to Stockport County for the 24-25 season. It's a loan deal. Finally, we've been waiting for this, as I say, for months, for pretty much the whole summer. We've got the news we wanted. We've got our man back. We're happy to have Louie Barry back, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a brilliant way to bring him in as well, with just a week until the season starts. I always felt this would be a deal which would happen around the time of the season starting, because he was going to have pre-season with Aston Villa. But here's what Stockport County have had to say on their Twitter page. We are thrilled to announce that Louie Barry has returned to Edgeley Park, joining on a season-long loan deal from Aston Villa, and he's ready to do it all again. Hopefully he doesn't have the injury this time though, because I think that injury really stopped him from having a brilliant goal-scoring season. I think he would have been in the conversation of one of the best players in League Two last season if he was able to play all, the whole season, which unfortunately he couldn't. Then you go onto Stockport County's website, where of course they've got their statement saying he's back. We're thrilled to announce that Aston Villa forward Louie Barry has returned to the club on a season-long loan deal. The 21-year-old became an instant fan favourite at Edgeley Park last season after enjoying an electric loan spell, scoring 9 times in just 20 league appearances as County were crowned champions of League Two, our first EFL title in 57 years. The forward's form in the opening months of last season was key as Dave Challoner's side recovered from a slow start to the campaign before storming to the top of the table. Throughout August and September, Louie scored in 7 consecutive league games for the club, a new post-war club record for a single season, earning in both League Two Player of the Month and EFL Young Player of the Month awards for September. I mean, I just love reading that, because the memories come flowing straight back, and obviously it does feel like a long time since we had him in a county shirt. I know he made the return with the last few league games, but he wasn't as sharp, understandably, and he wasn't starting games. So we've not had that Louie Barry where he's running at teams, taking on players, curling goals into top corner. We've not had that back for almost a year, really. So to have him back is going to be brilliant, and as I say, I look forward to seeing him. And I'm sure the rest of the county fans, I'm sure they would say exactly the same. Obviously, we know that injury sustained at Crewe. I was there. It was so disappointing. And at that point in time, I didn't think he was going to be out for as long as he was. I knew it was going to be a serious one, but I thought maybe January, February, for him to not come back until like sort of mid-April was a massive, massive disappointment. And at that point in time, you do start to panic about the direction of which the season could have gone for us, because without doubt, he was our most important, or one of our most important players early on in that campaign. And obviously, we managed to survive without him, but having him in, we're a lot more effective with him in. And I don't know if other county fans remember that partnership early on in that early time of last season. Tanto Alafi and Louie Barry up front were electric with one another. He got the best out of Tanto Alafi. Tanto Alafi got the best out of Louie Barry. And I'm excited to see that partnership again. I really am. And I think that when Michael Mellon went off with a knock in the pre-season game against Stoke, we were always going to have to bring in another forward before the season started. I think that maybe put more pressure on County and Challoner to get this deal done. Maybe even put a bit of pressure on Louie Barry to get this deal done quicker, because if we hadn't managed to strike this deal with Aston Villa, which we have done, then we knew we had to bring in a centre forward, and that might have meant that County started to look at other options. And obviously, by the sounds of it, Louie Barry wanted to make this move happen just as much as Stockport County did. So it's a match made in heaven. It is a loan spell. Before Stockport County released it on Twitter, I'd seen it come up from Sam Burnham. Obviously, he has close connections to the club, has good information from the club. At first, I had to sort of double check: is this right? Is this not a fake account? Is this real? And then I realised it was in fact his genuine account, and he had to say that the Aston Villa forward is back at Edgeley Park on a season-long loan deal after a summer-long pursuit. So ends months of speculation around the future of the 21-year-old, who also attracted interest from Birmingham, Wrexham and others. So for those Birmingham City fans on the last video who said, we're not interested in him. Don't be worried about him going to Birmingham. There was interest from Birmingham, and also interest from Wrexham as well. So that's another time, just saying, that we've come out on top over Wrexham. Seem to make a habit of that over at Stockport County. Director of Football Simon Wilson's also said we've been like a dog muck on a shoe all summer to Aston Villa, trying to bring back Louie Barry. I'm so happy to see our efforts rewarded. A big thank you to Louie, who has pushed for this as well, and also Aston Villa, who are always terrific to deal with. And I'm sure that maybe we'll see future negotiations go on with Aston Villa as well. Obviously, we know Rico Richards came in on loan in January as well. What's going to happen with that? I'm not too sure. To be honest, I don't think anything's going to happen with Rico Richards and Stockport County. He might have already found the club as well. I don't know what his situation is, to be fair, at the moment, but we know obviously there was some discussions from some county fans about maybe having him back, because he did start to look a little bit brighter near the end of the season, but I don't think anything's going to happen with that. I think we've got Michael Mellon. I think we've got Louie Barry in the attacking areas on loan, and I think we're happy with that at the moment. But who knows? Maybe we're not. I'm sure the club will have better understanding than me about what their transfer window looks like now in terms of players coming in. We spoke about what Simon Wilson said about the deal. This is what Dave Challens had to say as well. It's brilliant news that Louie will be back with us as we venture into League One. We've been pretty open with our desire to make this move happen, but understood we had to be patient, but it's finally done. Louie has had a huge impact in the early part of last season, and it was great for him to come back and be able to not only finish the job, but enjoy the celebrations of being League Two champions. We are so excited to see Louie back at 100% fitness and have a similar impact on a higher division. Aston Villa have been fantastic with us, and maybe the most important factor was Louie's desire to come back here, despite lots of interest from other clubs. He's fit, he's played minutes, and the supporters will hopefully see him back in a County shirt this weekend. Now, I think what he's alluding to there is the fact that County do play Carlisle tomorrow in a pre-season friendly. We also play Blackburn Rovers in a pre-season friendly tonight. I don't know what kind of team we're going to put out for either set of games, but I'm actually meant to be at the friendly tonight against Blackburn Rovers. I'm guessing that's going to be a much weaker side. I'm guessing a stronger squad will go to the game for Carlisle tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. I think two interesting games, one against a championship opposition who we face in the League Cup in a week and a half from now, and also a fixture against Carlisle, who of course are a division below us now after facing one of them in the League Two playoff final back in 2023. I'm massively excited about this deal. I'm surprised about the timing with us having two games in back-to-back days that we would announce this deal. But I suppose, a week before the season starts, it kind of makes sense now that I think about it. And I'm just excited to see the impact he can have. Like I said, there's been a lot of speculation about whether or not he's going to come to County again. And I'm just happy we can end that conversation. Most people wanted it to happen. I don't think many did. I think there were a few conversations about whether or not we should make it a permanent deal or not. I don't know what the situation is with him and his contract. I thought his contract was up next summer. That obviously can't be the case if they're loaning him out. There's no option to buy it, that I've read at the moment. So what happens with Louie Barry beyond this season, I don't know. But right now, I'm not interested in talking about beyond this season. I just want to look forward to this season, having Louie Barry back and seeing what kind of an impact he can have on Stockport County and what kind of an impact Stockport County can have on him. And like I say, I think it is a match made in heaven. I do think that he can have a massive part to play in League One with Stockport County, and I think with some brilliant players around him as well. Maybe we can see a partnership with Santo Alafi again. Maybe we can see him strike up a partnership with Michael Mellon at times as well. I mean, the squad now, it seems to be in really good hands. We seem to have some really exciting players to look forward to, and this just it's the icing on top of the cake really for me, or it's the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake, whatever you want to say. I'm looking forward to it. It surprised me the timing of it, like I say. But I think it's the boost. I think it's just the boost we needed going into this. The season being just a week away. And what kind of impact can he have? How many goals can he score? Well, 9 goals in 20 appearances last season across the full season. I think we're talking obviously double digits. I think we're probably talking somewhere between sort of 15 to 20 goals, and I don't think that's been over the top to suggest that. I think we've seen how good he can be, and I think with better players around him this season as well, barring hopefully no injuries, then I can't see why I can't go and score but somewhere between 15 to 20 goals in League One next season. Well, like I say, let me know your thoughts. How many goals do you think he can score for County next season in League One? Obviously, it is a step up in quality, but I think he's got that quality, and I think, as I say, playing with better players will help him as well. So massively excited for it. Brilliant boost that we needed just before the season started. I want to get your thoughts and your reaction to the timing of the signing. How surprised are you to probably come back from work Friday evening and see that we brought back Louie Barry, which was the main target over the summer? Like I say, let me know your thoughts on this deal, the impact you think he can have at Stockport County. Does this change the way that you view Stockport County season going as well? Are you someone that maybe thought this is a county team that might finish mid-table in League One next season, and bringing in Barry could be the difference between that and maybe making the playoffs? Maybe is that a step too far? What kind of impact do you think he can have on this county team next season? Like I say, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, of course, subscribe if you are new. We are trying to reach 1,000 as soon as possible. It would be a massive boost for this channel. And like I say, just thanks to everyone who has supported the channel and will continue to support the channel. I should be at the game later on. Like I said, I don't know what kind of a team we're going to put out, but I will be there, and I should be doing a vlog, hopefully, if there's enough good footage from the game. Like I say, looking forward to it, looking forward to this season. It's going to be a brilliant season for County. Excited to be in League One, excited to have Louie Barry with us in League One, and I just cannot wait. So as I say, let me know your thoughts, and as I say, thanks for watching.